Hello. I figured I'll just turn this on rather than type out all my messages. I'll just have my mic on now. We're getting close enough. How's it going, everyone? No way, there's cave story in this thing? I know. um, I and mostly others here are mainly related are mostly here for the cave story related stuff. I'm gonna be real. So that's fair. There is going to be uh a few. There's going to I can promise you one video reveal, but we'll get into it when we get into it. Oh my lord, there's cave story content for a stream and a cave story center channel? No way! Also, what's up, Sabuo? It has been a minute. I've been really good. Maybe a semi-transparent rectangle should be plopped behind the chat for stream, or just the color orange. I wonder if I could affect that. Let's see. Because I basically just have a chroma key filter on it, obviously. But if I could adjust, like, how much? Oh, nope. I'm new to Streamlabs OBS, by the way. This is my first stream using Streamlabs OBS. But Cave Story Encore, true. You'll probably change the scene here. Yeah, I'm just making sure all the scenes light up. Welcome everyone, welcome everyone. Balrog is just 1-0. Or is this it? Oh, whoops, nope. Oh, I think I found it. I think I found it. Nope. Is this not it? There's like kind of a gray. I'm not sure how much that'll help. I could adjust the gray a little more. Because it doesn't matter if there's like gray under the chat. I'll say that. That is mostly for y'all to see y'all. This is a channel update, but I like to get fancy with my channel updates because whenever I do make updates to my channel, they're pretty big updates. And this one's no different. When's the actual direct starting? It was supposed to start a minute ago. I was just figuring out this chroma key thing. You can say it started now, and in fact, I will get into it now. Welcome everyone to the Nerdieo Direct. It really has been a while since we've had one of these. I'm just gonna make sure the music and my voice sound good. Give me just. Okay, I think this will be fine. This should be fine. Okay. Introducing the Nerdio box, the future of gaming. Yeah, 1 gig RAM. No, I'm kidding. Welcome everyone to the Nerdio Direct. I am excited for this update. This is a pretty big update for my channel. And again, I usually only do these Nerdieo Direct things whenever it is something pretty big. So I'm excited to get into things. The first thing we're going to go ahead and get into, we're just jumping into it. Small updates. This is the worst song to do small updates to, but I'm going for it. So we have small updates coming to the channel. I feel like we all kind of knew that small updates would be in here. Small update number 1 is something that we talked about fairly recently, and I contacted you all about very recently, and that's Patreon. Oh shoot, it's not showing. Why isn't it showing? Is it showing? Oh, I have to transition. That is so dumb. Here, I'll turn off studio mode. There we go. Alright. There. Hi, Q. So, the update. Patreon update. I recently asked you guys in the community tab and in my Discord about Patreon. If you guys would be interested. There were a few people who did come to me about Patreon. But I'm here to say I'm not going to be doing Patreon. I've ultimately decided I'm not going to do it. And I feel like it was very easy for me to make this decision. I was very against Patreon, like from the jump. Not like against the company themselves. I really don't keep updated with them. But the music is barely audible for us. I'll bump it up a little bit. I hope that's a little better. I don't have money anyway. Yeah, that's fine. And I figured why, there's no need for an update. Or a Patreon. If like all my content was going to be free anyways. And plus I really don't want to push like this you guys drive my content kind of mentality. No, I truly do mean it when I say all of my content, even the dumb specific topics, are truly just stuff I'm very, very passionate about. So that's the Patreon. No feet, no feet. I'm sorry. There was gonna be, I can promise you, there would have been no feet here for the Patreon. Let alone a Patreon to begin with. Next up, we do have another small update. That's going to be the 10-year anniversary. So a lot of you guys know that the 10-year, or at least a very few of you now, no Fortnite streams either. I know, I'm sorry. Very, very few of you guys have been around for all 10 years of my channel. Most of you guys, a lot of the cave story, more so side of things, were only introduced in like the last 2 years when I first started doing cave story content. Sion is definitely superior, yeah. Welcome in. But yeah, my channel's reaching its 10-year anniversary, which is pretty wild here. Only 6 here, that's fine. That's still veteran territory. But yeah, the 10-year anniversary is coming up very, very soon on my channel. And something big is planned for the 10-year anniversary, but we'll get into that later in the direct. As far as the small updates, I will say, are there any questions as far as to either of these? I'll ask the same thing about the next tab. 24-hour Hotel Mario stream. Ooh, actually, that's okay. Q, you did somehow remind me of something. There is going to be a Hotel Mario stream this year. Speaking of, for those who don't know, every Christmas Eve, December 23rd, I do Hotel Mario streams. I've been doing these for, well, this year is going to be the 8th year in a row that I've done Hotel Mario streams for a Christmas Eve. A playlist to every Hotel Mario stream is up on the channel. If you guys were interested, I think they're very fun. There's a lot of, he said, dude, I did. I do, oh my goodness, I said it again. I do Hotel Mario streams every year. It's really fun. I think it's a very fun time. It's a very, very popular, like, veteran style stream. We get a lot of people who are around from the beginning of my channel, who come to those Hotel Mario streams, and we really get to reminisce on like the channel as a whole, as well as the actual game of Hotel Mario. There's a big meme between me and Morton. It's a fun time, so I hope you guys will look forward to that as well. That wasn't in this direct. Q just strangely reminded me of it just by saying Hotel Mario. But yeah, I know you guys had some questions. Noah Donovan said, how many times have you beat Cave Story? Too many times to count. I'm going to be honest. I've played through Cave Story for one of my videos, for my tips and tricks video. I played through Cave Story 5 times. Which I really didn't need to. But I played through Cave Story 5 times for that video. And every ending. Face reveal, my face has been out there. It's on an older video on me playing Cave Story from a stream that happened ages ago. You just have to dig deep enough, but it's out there. It's never been a secret. Although I do look weird whenever I'm not posing, but like, who doesn't? And then favorite Cave Story track, Wind Fortress. That's actually a spoiler for a video, for one of the Cave Story videos that will be coming out very soon. It's just going to be an edited down version of a stream we did a while ago, where we tier listed all the songs. So spoilers. But that's going to be one of the next coming videos. Because we did the we looked at every style of soundtrack. We've tier listed all the weapons, but the next tier list is going to be on the songs, which will be very contentious. It was very, very fun doing that stream. But it doesn't look like we have too many other questions about the small updates, so we'll go ahead and move along to future content updates. Future content updates, hooray! This is what we're here for. This is the future content we're looking for, but this is more content in general as a whole. And the first update to this is going to relate to the 10-year anniversary. So like I said, the 10-year anniversary, Tyrant might be loath, don't you dare Enlight. We're not getting into this again. Have I done a video on the speedrun zone of the community? I tried to. So actually, I'll get into, before we get into the future content updates, I guess I could talk about some content that never was. So me and Periwinkle. So, well, after I did the Spike percent video, I went and got in contact with Periwinkle, who, if you guys don't know, is overall, overall, has the most #1s in the Cave Story speedrunning categories. He has the most #1s in every category. So you can say, like, numerically, he's got the numbers to say he's the fastest Cave Story player. So I got in contact with him, and I was talking to him about making a speedrun video, a dedicated speedrun video, kind of like parody to Summoning Salt. But that never happened, because what Periwinkle told me, and what is true, and is shockingly true, I told him, like, I know this seems like very hard to do, but is there any way we could do this? And he said no, and that's purely because of how solidly built Cave Story is. It's so linear that you can't really do these crazy things or watch this crazy evolution of the game. It really is just players pressing buttons faster. That's really what it's down to. So then we wanted to work on another video where we talked about, like, all the different techniques that you can do within Cave Story, because there's like a bunch of different things you could do in the game. And he even gave me this really, really big list of things to do. And I maybe spent a month trying to make that into a video and work that into a script, but I was not able to do the video justice. So that video got scrapped. So that's the story behind that video. Spike percent will sadly be, I hope not, but it's looking like it's going to be my only speedrun category video. So I apologize. So first content update. Content slowdown. I'm sorry, but there is going to be a pretty big content slowdown as we get closer towards my 10-year anniversary and after. But I do want to point out that Hi, Weenie. I do want to point out that content's not going to end. I know, it's sad. So content is not over. It's not going to stop. It's just going to be at a massive slowdown. I expect a lot of negative announcements from this. That's totally fine. It's just something I feel would be best for me. Glad it's not an indirect. Yeah, it's not going to be an indirect stop. Nerdio retirement when? I would hope never. But ideally never, right? How slow are we talking? That's a great question. Remind me of that question when we're done with this future content update. Because I will ask for a Q&A after we get to some of these points. Update number 2, obviously with the content slowdown coming in as an inevitability, there are only a few videos in this regular release kind of style. I'm aiming for 2 a month until we get to my anniversary. So I'm aiming for 2 videos this month, 2 videos in November, 2 videos in December, and 2 videos in January. That's the plan. There might be, I might make an extra one. I might make one less than that. It is just a guideline that I'm aiming for, and that's something you guys should be able to expect. 10-year Annie stream, still to CDI. I actually have something very big for 10-year Annie, so don't worry. We'll get to that. But all these videos are cave story related, so there is a bunch of cave story content coming very, very soon. Like I said, it's looking like the next video is going to be the tier list of the entire cave story soundtrack. So I hope you guys look forward to that. But there are a few videos in a regular delivery style of content left. And to update number 3, why? Why is this? Why is it that there's going to be a content slowdown? Why are there only a few videos left? It kind of seems like I'm hot right now. Especially like I hate to tell this to you guys. I really do. I don't mean to sound like this person, but like numerically, the cave story content has been the most supported of any of my content, period. And I'm so grateful for that. You guys have no idea. I didn't think the cave story videos were gonna go this long. Always been hot, frankly. I love you so much, Q. And Weenie. You guys are amazing. There's a reason they're the mods, by the way, guys. Real veterans in the chat here. Shoutouts to Cave Story. No, seriously. So I can't stress enough how thankful I am that you guys were supportive of the Cave Story content. But the reason why is that I would like to put less of a focus onto YouTube. For those who don't know, again, I've been doing this for 10 years. And you can only do something for so long before it starts to get a little degrading. But that's the thing. Is that with the cave story content, it hasn't been degrading. But I'm still kind of carrying a lot of the stress from when I was doing videos in 2013. I still carry all that pressure with me, and I put that into every video. And with Cave Story, I've been having so much fun making content for the game. That's why making Cave Story videos. Here's the thing, guys. Making Cave Story videos is insanely fun. I can't stress that enough. It is ridiculously fun. I love researching this game. I love finding out more about this game. I love spewing about the stuff I already know about this game. And if it weren't for the Cave Story content, the content slowdown bullet would say content stop. I would have just quit YouTube after my 10th anniversary. But because I like making the content, it's just going to be slowed down post 10-year anniversary. Longtime fan, love all the depth you put into one of my favorite games. Thanks for all the great content. Of course, of course. 10 years are a lot. Congrats. 2013 was a decade ago. Yeah, Pokemon X and Y came out 9 years ago. And may I remind you guys, Pokemon X and Y came out 9 years ago. I started my content as an X and Y news reporter. I used to be a PokeTuber that would just report on X and Y news. And then I did X and Y battles and gameplay, and I did all these in-depth tutorials and guides for the game. All of that stuff from that era is already gone. But I do have a hard drive with those videos, and I'm thinking of re-uploading those. It's just a matter of getting a hard drive to USB converter. And I know it's like $30, but still. I did find your old GTS rant. Yeah, the GTS rant is still up. I kept that up because I viewed that as my first big win on the channel. And so I get really happy looking at the GTS rant video, even though it's so cringe. It's so bad. It aged terribly. I should have scripted. That should have been my first scripted video 9 years ago. Or it's like 6 years ago now, I think. Because that was after X and Y had settled in. Found the channel from Pokemon content. Yeah, you and Weenie. Well, actually, no. Weenie found it through the Hotel Mario streams. But no. Point is, YouTube is not something I want to focus on. I've been doing it for a very long time. For those who don't know, I have a massive, massive passion for game development and design. I just recently got my bachelor's with the focus in that area. It's a bachelor's in computer information systems, but it's a focus on game design. And I love it so much. And I want to put more time into stepping into that field. I think, I hate to say that YouTube kind of cuts me away from that. It cuts me away from putting all these passions into games I want to make and all these things I want to do for, like, I hate to say the video game industry because it's very pretentious, but I want to get my foot in the door. And I would like to put a lot more time towards making my first games, finally getting used to, yo, bachelors, yeah. I got a comp sci game devs. Dude, nice. You already seem like you have a nice future. The thing is, I've already had an interesting future. I mean, not an interesting future, interesting past. A lot of people don't know I did writing for Did You Know Gaming. I've been in contact with Nicholas. That said very little. Not towards, like, well, actually, yeah, towards collaborating with them, and they never got back to me. It eventually ended with Nicholas dipping, of course. But I've been in contact with Nicholas. I used to do work for Did You Know Gaming. That was sadly short-lived. But they're wonderful people. It was great. I'm proud to say all the things I've done because of YouTube. And that's why I'm not going to directly quit. The classic Nicholas ghosting. Yeah, seriously. Sign me up for a beta tester for your game. No, that's the thing. That's some of the stuff I do want to do with this YouTube channel when it is appropriate. If I am working on a game, you guys will see. Here's what the future of my content will look like post-anniversary. It's going to be a lot of, like, me working on my games or cave story videos, obviously. That's going to be a majority. A majority of the stuff post-anniversary will be cave story videos. But cave story videos, some small game development stuff, maybe here and there. Maybe some, like, mock-up trailers for them and stuff like that, because I still do love editing videos. That's a thing I love. It's an amazing hobby. But that's like devlogs, kind of, but more like polished devlogs. I wouldn't ever show anything like behind the scenes. I'd show portions of what I'm working on that I'm very proud of. So if I ever do become proud of getting a thing right, you'll most likely just see clips of that on this channel. If you ever need an artist for a video game, hit me up. You have no idea. I've thought about who artists are going to be, who concept artists could be like for me. I've thought about if I do get into voice acting, like who I'd hire. And it's very grassroots. It's very people I know. It's very people I'd love to give the light. Vertical slices, yes. Thank you, Enlight. Like teasers, not really teasers, but kind of teasers, yeah. But that would be like way down the line. Like cave story content would be out for a couple more years before we get into stuff like that. And all I have is potential. Potential is all you need. Potential truly is all you need. It's how confident you could strut that potential that'll get you far in life. It really is. I'll be the first person to tell you that. I didn't think I would write for Did You Know Gaming, of all things. But it was the cave story videos that got me that job. So I can thank you guys for that. Before we move on to the next thing, and the next thing is going to be the biggest thing of the Direct. I misread what I said. Still, if you have any potential at all, a little, a lot, all you have to do is confidently wear that, work on that potential, find that potential. What Did You Know Gaming videos did you write for? I did a Mario Rumors. I did a Mario Rumors one, a GameCube one. I wrote a GBA one that never got released because the script wasn't long enough. But there is a script out there. I'm not sure if I was supposed to say that. But this script is over a year old, so I think it's okay. But there was a Game Boy Advance script that they never used. And, oh, speaking of stuff that never got used, this was sadly the thing that made me leave Did You Know Gaming. They did not fire me. They did not let me go. We were on very, very good terms until I left. But I even did stuff for the Normal Boots channel. For the Did You Know Food. Which GameCube video? I think it was... Oh, it was Piracy and Hacking. That video. GameCube Piracy and Hacking. I wrote that script. And then a couple more that I'm forgetting. Oh, I like that one. Thank you. Yeah, before we get to the next slide, are there any questions we have about this one? There is still one more bullet point. But is there any questions you guys have about this slide so far? Have I heard any of your music? I haven't. But there is, if you're in the Discord, there's a community tab for music, and that's for anything music related. No, yeah, I'm just reading what you wrote, but I understand you means me. But the music tab in the Discord is for anything music related. For songs you make, for songs you like that you want to share, discussion on music. It is music as a whole. Have I heard of Caro Caro Bonito? No. I've never heard of Caro Caro Bonito. The only thing I know about Caro Caro Bonito is that I was apparently a super fan and I got their vinyl for listening to their music more than anybody else on Spotify. I was in that top 1% group of listening to Caro Caro Bonito, but I haven't heard of them. Am I going to keep streaming on YouTube? That's an excellent question, Weenie. And I'm glad you asked that. The Flamingo song. So streaming, I am very 50-50 on. Yeah, I love Flamingo, by the way. That whole album is good. And then like all of Graduation is good. So streaming, I'm not sure how I want to handle streaming, because that's something I would like to do. I would love to stream. One thing I really, really miss was like my late night Splatoon streams. For those who don't know, again, this would be a lot of towards the cave story community. I would like in the middle of the night just go live. And it would be just very vibey, nice. Sometimes I would stream the Splatfest. I streamed like many Pokemon playthroughs. I streamed a cave story playthrough years ago, like 5 or 6 years ago. The Twitch streams, that's another era. I used to be on Twitch. The 12-hour Splatoon stream, yeah, my 24-hour Minecraft stream, that was 8 hours. And even my directs, are not my directs, the Nintendo Directs. Every E3, I would do an all-nighter until the Nintendo Direct the next day. And those would be some of the most fun streams we've ever done. I did that twice in a row. So streaming is really, really fun. I think it's super fun. I'm still unsure what I want to do with it. But I really, really want to, I really want to do something stream related. The thing is, I don't want to do Twitch. I've tried Twitch. I respect people who do Twitch. I have many, many personal friends who do Twitch every day. But Twitch just, I'm too ingrained into the YouTube system to do Twitch. Did you see the Mario movie trailer? I did. I like it. I'm really, really down for it. The only thing I don't like is Chris Pratt Mario. But it seems like every other voice is like a really, really good attempt. Like Jack Black sounds like Jack Black trying Bowser. And that's what I'm looking for. Toad sounds like Michael Keegan Key doing Toad. And he does a very, very good Toad. And my Chris Pratt Mario thing is kind of shot. Like, it does kind of sound like a double standard, because Chris Pratt Mario just sounds like Chris Pratt. But on the other hand, Charlie Day Luigi is just Charlie Day, but Charlie Day makes a perfect Luigi. That is like a perfect actor to get for that character. Everything else is great, honestly, yeah. I prefer Chris Pratt over Martinet for like 2 hours. Here's my bet. My bet is that Charles Martinet will only be doing like wahoos and like the Mario screams that we know. They'll just cut in Charles' voice for those. I also think that Charles Martinet, I think that the Mario Brother movie is going to be like a story that Charles Martinet is telling, and Charles Martinet is going to be like the one telling the story. So he'll be narrating some bits here and there. Bowser looked great? Yes, the Bowser redesign is I'm down for. Toad doesn't scream all the time, true. But no, yeah, I'll share more of my opinions on the Mario movie if you guys would like to know in the Discord. Getting back to the Direct, we do have one more tab, and it's possibly the most exciting, and that's what's next. A lot of you guys might be answering, well, what videos are going to be next? What's coming up? So my 10-year anniversary is in February, and I keep saying that. I keep going back to that. I keep going back to how important this 10-year anniversary is for me. And that's because it is. There's a lot of big stuff happening for my 10-year anniversary. In fact, I'm going to get into I'm going to try to get some excited music here. There is more Cave Story. I promise Cave Story content. I'm trying to aim for 2 Cave Story videos per month until February. Yeah, all right. I like this. So what's next? More, like I said, you're getting about 2 videos per month. For October, there's going to be 2 videos, or at least I'm aiming for it. November, 2 Cave Story videos. December, 2 Cave Story videos. January might be a Cave Story and a Carol Blaster video. But ultimately, if the Carol Blaster video doesn't get done, I am prioritizing Cave Story videos. So we're looking at like 8 Cave Story videos. But we have a bigger what's next. Like I said, I keep going back to this 10th anniversary thing. It's so important to me. Carol Blaster goated literally is. The Carol Blaster script is in writing. I'll say that. The entire first half of the game already written for. I just need to get to Zangief mode. So that's what's up next. 2 Cave Story videos a month until January. Starting this month, there will be hopefully 2 videos by the end of this month. And again, hopefully 2 for November, hopefully 2 for December, hopefully 2 for January. Only reason why I say hopefully for all of those is because some of those months might get 1 video instead. It depends on topic to topic. But what about February? Why not February? February is the month. It's the big thing. It is the 10-year anniversary. Why is there nothing for the 10-year anniversary? There is something for the 10-year anniversary. There really is. There's something big. As you can see, we have three little mystery tabs here, almost in the vein of a specific battle pass of a specific fighting game. We have 3 videos. 3 specific videos for February. And I want to reveal them now. These videos are something I've been working on for months now. All of these videos have more than half of their scripts written. They haven't begun editing, but the editing will begin soon. Video battle pass, literally. Video battle pass. Stop saying video battle pass. I know I said it, but okay. These 3 videos are going to span my biggest interests. A lot of you guys don't know, or a lot of you guys do know, I'm a big fan of things in geek culture. I love it. I love all of it. From music to movies, video games, anime, shows. I'm a big fan of geek culture. But there are 3 things that kind of top everything I'm about. And those 3 things that I'm super passionate about are video games, they're anime, and it's movies. Now, 3 topics, 3 mystery things. I wonder. The first video here is going to be based on my favorite game. By the way, these videos are going to be like probably well over the hour. So you guys are getting like movies in February. So movie number 1. Yes, I love Inuyasha, by the way. Also, what's up, Afro? Movie number 1 is going to be on my favorite game. Yeah, I'll show it. It's going to be on my favorite game. You know it. You love it. The video game essay is going to Cave Story. This video is going to be well over, it's going to be about an hour long, actually. I don't know about the Cave Story one being well over, but it is going to be about an hour long, all just dedicated to Cave Story. The game itself, this is going to be purely about the game. It's not going to be about any of the smaller things around it. I feel like my channel as a whole right now is everything around Cave Story, but this video's kind of going to be the big huzzah. It's going to be the big video about the game itself rather than the things around the game. So that's the first reveal. I think we kind of saw that coming. Big Cave Story essay about the game itself. All about it. Coming very soon. That'll be the first video. This one might even come out in January. And then I might save, I think instead of 2 videos in January, I might do 1, and then another, the first of this big huzzah be the Cave Story video. And then the other 2 videos be the February videos. That's what I might do, but I'll think about this more. My whole goal is to get these videos out around by my channel's anniversary. Jonathan Pizza, can I announce you instead? Make a video with me, dude. If you have ideas, I'm always down for ideas. I ask, like, every few months or so, I'll ask for video topics in the community tab in my Discord. Not so much my Discord, most of the community tab. But, please, I'm always down for ideas. Send those there. So, Cave Story. Video number 1. We have 2 more videos to cover. The second video is going to be the anime topic. I'm a big fan of anime. Most of you guys know I'm a pretty big weeb. So reveal number 2 is going to be on my favorite anime of all time. A lot like how video number 1 is on my favorite game of all time. Video number 2 is going to Fully Cooley. It's going to FLCL. Fully coolly. It is my favorite anime. I love this show to death. This show is a lot of who I am today. That's pretty cringe to say because it's anime. I will admit. But I'd be lying if I didn't say this show kind of really guided me to be who I am today. Whether it be my humor, my thought process, how I tackle things. A lot of it was kind of grassrooted into this show. But the video is not going to be about. Well, it is going to be about what it means to me, but it's also going to be about what the show is, why I like the show. It's just going to be all about the show. Now, I will like to say, this video will not be on progressive and alternative. While progressive and alternative will have its own little segment in the video, this video is purely dedicated to the original series. So the original first 6 episodes, that's what this video is going to be on. And now we have the final video. The final video, we got the video game, we got the anime essay, and now we have the movie. So this is something not a lot of people know about me. I never really stressed it on this channel. I did with anime a bit. I would go into anime here and there on the channel, mainly in my streams. But I never really got into my passion for movies and film and direction. So yeah, the third video is going to be on movies. I love movies. I think they're great. Phenomenal pieces of art. But which one could be my favorite? Now, here's the thing. The movie that we're going to be doing it on, Chris Pratt plays quote. No, Ryan Reynolds plays quote. I made this post ages ago. Dig through that community tab, man. You guys need to look at that community tab. So I love movies. The video itself, or the movie itself, has already had plenty of videos made about it, and plenty of good videos. I'll stress that. But I really would like to have my hand in making a video for this movie. I think it would be a great video. I feel like my input, or at least not my input, but my video is going to be more of a general look on the movie. It's going to look at the story of the movie, its creation, what happened during production, and then the movie itself. Just this grand scale view of the movie. It's not Blade Runner 2049, and it's not the MLP movie, sorry. It's not Boss Baby. It's the Wachowskis' 2009 live-action Speed Racer. I love this film. This film's amazing. The Wachowskis' Speed Racer is truly art. This movie's phenomenal. It is all... I feel like more than Fully Coolly itself, Speed Racer stands for like who I am today. Everything about this movie. Its exaggeration, its deep tones, its undertones, it's an amazing character piece it's an amazing character piece when the main character is like this absolute blank slate. It tells a wonderful story. The Speed Racer movie is a chef's kiss. If you guys haven't seen this movie, I would highly recommend you go watch this movie before the essay comes out. It is going to be the last video for the regular content, and it will be released on my videos and on my channel's anniversary, February 23rd or 22nd. I think it's the 23rd. I love this film. The acting is perfect. I wouldn't change anything about this movie. I view this movie as perfect, even though I know it has flaws. It absolutely has flaws. But in my eyes, this movie is amazing. I feel like I knew this. You probably did, Q. If anybody knew it, it would be you. It'd be you, Weenie. A lot of the older regulars would have known this. Speed Racer it's swag. It's a comedy. It's a amazing character piece. It is all the right amount of exaggeration, but with like such serious tones. The homies would know. And with that said, That's the trilogy. That's what I'm calling it. This series of videos is going to be called the trilogy. So you'll mainly see this kind of in like the branding, the thumbnails and the titles will carry this trilogy branding, and these videos are going to stand as my... I think these videos more so will stand as like the best of my channel. These will truly be the videos I've put the most passion into, the most amount of time into. I feel like if there is something anybody takes away from my channel, it's these 3 videos. And if you guys have liked the cave story videos, you guys are going to love these. With these videos, my writing is amped up to an 11. Again, the editing has not began on it, but the writing is almost finished for all these videos. The editing process for them begins soon, and that's what's going to take the longest time. Over these next 6 months, it is purely going to be, or mostly going to be editing for these videos. Yeah, the Battle Pass trilogy. It's going to be $25 to watch all of them. No, I'm just kidding. I would never. I'm not charging for these. Could you imagine? But no, I really do think these videos are going to be everything my channel has led up to. Maybe not everything, but like this is going to be the swan song of my channel. What I leave regular content on. So when like if in the off chance that I do go like 7-8 months without uploading, which it might happen. That might just happen. I will still look to make videos in that time, but that might just happen. This will be a pretty big slowdown. But I'm hoping, I can't promise how often you'll get videos in the slowdown. But just know drastically less. Pull a classic Cybershell 9-year. True. Can you believe Cybershell was gone for a little bit less than my channel's entirety? My channel's entire life spanned over Cybershell's disappearance. Which is funny. But no. These videos are going to be... The trilogy is out here. It is a simple title. It's not anything big. But all of these videos will carry like this trilogy branding. And I hope you guys really look forward to them. A lot of passion, a lot of care is going into these videos. And that's it. Thank you guys for staying tuned. Before I end the direct, I will ask, do we have any questions? Do we have anything going on? I'll remove this starting soon thing here. Because that's the end of the direct. As far as the direct goes, that's it. You could use this time for questions, Q&A. I will have plenty of answers for any of content, anything I might not have answered, any questions on future content, any questions on content beyond that. Outside of that, we're done here. That is the direct. A little bit more negative towards the beginning, but I promise you, a lot of good stuff is coming, and I can't wait to release that for you all. Adios. See you later, Q. Go play Splatoon. Go grind. I'm excited for the game dev content. I am too. I can't wait for the trilogy. I really hope you guys look forward to it. I really do. Even if you guys aren't into it, I hope you guys give it a shot. Almost an S rank? Oh no. Because I do feel like if you guys like my style of writing, you'll especially love these videos. Especially all the oh my goodness, Doomslug and Minty Fresh are just getting here. Oh no. Meanwhile, Nerdio uploads 2 videos a month. That's basically what I do now. Minty, we're ending, but we're in like we're like at a a post-direct Q&A segment. To round up the direct, Patreon canceled. 10-year anniversary is coming. After my 10-year anniversary, content will slow down. What's up, Mr. Without Name? A lot of people getting here late. Wait, this is ending? We're in a Q&A section. So if anybody had any questions about the direct, but I'll run down all the previous points. Patreon is canceled. We're not doing that. I'm not following through with that, even though I just asked about it. 10-year anniversary. My 10-year anniversary is coming up. We got a lot of big things planned for that. Mainly the trilogy, which we'll go into right now. Content will be slowing down after my anniversary. I still plan on releasing content regularly up until February, which means that there are only a few cave story videos left that are coming regularly. He literally transformed into Toad. That's hilarious. So there are a few videos a part of the regular release of content, but I'm not gonna stop making content after my anniversary. It's just gonna go through a slowdown once my 10 years hit. Why I'm doing this is just because I have passions outside of doing YouTube videos, and I'd love to put all my attention towards that rather than YouTube itself. It's not entirely quitting YouTube. I will still release some video essays here and there, just as life goes on. Yeah, you got to focus on game dev. Totally understandable. Yeah, if I released content and did game dev side by side, I would have my first game out in like 20 years. YouTube takes so much of my time. I can't stress how much research and writing and drafts go into each video. Will I cover indie games other than Cave Story in the future? Yes. Absolutely yes. My content post the trilogy is kind of gonna be my gateway into stuff outside of Cave Story, but there will definitely still be that Cave Story focus for my channel. But that's why there's going to be such a slowdown and why content will look like it stopped, even though I promise I will not stop making content. I do enjoy making videos as a hobby. I guess you can just say I'm stressing more of that hobby part of it rather than, you know, putting so much time towards it, letting this hobby kind of consume my life. And then we have the trilogy. Again, this is just a quick recap for those who weren't here, just joining the stream. I'm doing 3 video essays based on 3 things that I'm super passionate about, which are movies, anime, and video games. These videos are going to be an hour to longer than an hour. So they're going to be around an hour, maybe like 50 minutes up is what I'll promise. Again, I haven't edited these videos, so I'm not entirely sure of the length, but just by looking at the length of the scripts alone, they're going to be about that 50 minutes over an hour mark. And these 3, the video game is going to be Cave Story, anime is going to be the original FLCL series, and the movie is going to be Speed Racer. How do I game dev, create new project code, get stuck, repeat? That was literally me throughout college. Thank God. Would you say your game is inspired by Cave Story? No. My case, so a lot of the stuff that I'm doing for games and a lot of the ways I look at things definitely do have some Cave Story influence, but they're not based on Cave Story. It's not going to look like a Cave Story. It's not going to be a Metroidvania. But Cave Story's style of maybe telling a story and like having players decide through their, not really their own choices, but kind of watching this thing unfold in such a unique way. A lot of that is influenced from Cave Story. And then a lot of the game's like style and direction itself take more influence from, we'll say FLCL and Speed Racer for now, but it goes way, way deeper. Music inspires how I look at things. Movies do, shows do, other games do, obviously. Even like work. For those who don't know, my primary job is a barista at Starbucks. Even that inspires me just to make games. Like, I'm not inspired to do my job. I'm inspired to make games. So many things inspire me. I'm always looking at stuff like this. Do you know what my games are going to be about? Yes, I do. I'm not telling either of y'all. I ain't telling nobody. Okay, this is going to sound very pretentious, very egotistical, but I am so confident. This is where I'm going to lose a lot of you guys. I'm going to lose so many of you guys by saying this, but I'm so confident my ideas are good that I feel like if I tell anybody my ideas, they're gonna get stolen. They're just gonna be gone. Now that said, a lot of these aren't new ideas, but their concepts I feel like are so perfect that I think I would hate to have those ideas ripped from me. Especially with how much work I'm putting getting those started. Coffee brewing is an art, true. Please check out my SoundCloud. Yeah, link me on Discord in the music tab of Discord. My Discord, join the Discord channel. The Discord link's in the banner. No, weenie, no. Not that. Do you have an engine in mind? Right now, not at the moment. Not specifically at the moment. I do have like Unity and builds of Unreal, but I don't have them installed because my laptop can't run them. Just not active. That's fair. Yeah, just drop links there. But no, yeah, that's the summary of the direct. Again, that was just the summary. If you guys have any questions, I'll be live for maybe about 10 more minutes. Or if you guys already want to make your way out, that's also completely fine. Yeah. Since language is C++, I went to college mostly learning C++. Mostly. It wasn't my entirety of college, but mostly. My dream team of developers? God, that's such a good question. I wouldn't know. There's so many good developers that I would love to pick. But again, I'm so protective of my own ideas. I feel like picking these devs would kind of spoil the games. Indie for the win? No, literally. My confidence in being able to make an indie game is really... making my indie game a reality is non-existent. It's really just a matter of how passionate you are about the idea. Let that passion drive you. Toby Fox plus Pixel on a game? They could do something good. My only thing is that while Pixel can make a very, very good game, gaming is not his priority. Like Pixel's just kind of that guy. He doesn't make games often, but when he does, you know they slap. You know it's gonna be a banger game. And so far, Toby Fox also has that reputation. Watch as Nerdio just lists prominent people in the Cave Story community as developers. True. Just all this Cave Story stuff I've been doing these last few years has just rotted my brain to only Cave Story. You see, Speed Racer is good because it's like in Cave Story. When quote does this thing, Speed does this. when Haruko and Naota hit the meteor baseball, it's a lot like in Cave Story. Your passion plus carpal tunnel, you can make anything. Literally, Minty Fresh. I write my videos with a brace on. You guys have no idea. I write and edit my videos with wrist brace on. I'm always stretching out my wrist. Take care of yourselves. Definitely take that away from this direct too. Please take care of yourselves. Yeah, we just chatting. Are my top 2 favorite indie developers? I've heard Toby, or at least in the past, especially, he can be pretty rude. But I kind of respect that. Getting a lot of Cave Story vibes from this? No, literally. I can respect how, like, I guess, like, rude and what I've heard, or again, this was ages ago. This was like years and years ago, so I'm pretty sure, like, obviously he's done a lot since then. It could have just been stuff in the moment. Maybe he, like, got mad at somebody in the moment and people are like, he's so mean, he's so mean. It's actually Robert. Yeah, I didn't know. Kojima on storyboarding, Sakurai as director. That'd be nice. You know, rest in peace to Iwata, but he was an amazing developer. And producer. He was very, very creative. He wanted to handle things in a new way. Every single time. May we not forget he made all of Earthbound in 6 months. Let us not forget. He had a whole team make one of the most underground one of the most first underground RPGs. Just pumped that on in 6 months. What a god. Haven't played Crosscode? Yes. A little bit. I haven't finished it. Right now I'm playing through Tunic, and it's amazing. If you guys haven't played through Tunic, it's amazing. Please do yourselves the favor and play Tunic. It's so good. Scarlet or Violet? Scarlet. Scarlet all the way. I also just really like the color red. But I do like the legendary more. I like the Scarlet legendary a lot more. Seeing as you like Pokemon, have you played any Nuzlocks? Many. Many Nuzlocks. For Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Shield, and Sun and Moon, when I first got those games, I Nuzlocked them right off the bat. Now that said, those are probably the easiest games to Nuzlock, but I did Nuzlock them right off the bat. I've also done friend locks. I've done some Wonderlog playthroughs. God bless E from the X and Y Nuzlocke. What a Chad. Real ones know who E is. Have you played through the Ori games? I've been trying my best to get through Blind Forest, but beating the game is way more time than it should be because I'm getting confused, stuck, and dying. I've never played through Ori. Any of them. They look very nice. I know they have big fan bases, but I've actually never played through any of the Ori games. I respect the series a ton, though. The Jan Pokemon challenges can scream at you. True, true. What are my thoughts on the Mario movie? Yeah, we can get into this more now. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of everything they're doing. I think the Mario design is fine. I would even say I like it. I know a lot of people are like disturbed by the big cheeks and the eyes being a little closer, but I'm fine with it. I've seen weirder Marios. Again, I play Hotel Mario every single year. When you've seen a lot of Mario at his worst, you know that Illumination Mario is not that bad. It's a fine Mario. It's Mario, and that's all it needs to be. Mario's face is off-putting. Is it really? I feel like we were so used to Mario looking a specific dedicated way that when it's slightly off, we think it's bad. But like, look at Lego Mario. Like, that's way different, and people dig that. That's stupid different. Had the Captain Lou voice, that'd be hilarious. Hey, paisanos! Kind of has that Illumination art style to it. We all knew this, though. We knew it was going to, and that's fine. And here's the thing, right? Illumination doesn't make bad movies for the first time. Their first crack at a movie is a banger. Sing is a phenomenal film. Despicable Me 1, phenomenal film. But obviously when they get into like shilling, like the Minions and like Despicable Me 3 and like Sing 2 also wasn't that great. When they shill out the series, it's terrible. But their first crack at something, it's a banger. Don't tell me you didn't like Despicable Me 1. I love that movie. Don't tell me you don't like Sing. That movie's great. I saw Sing once, maybe 2 times, and I thought it was meant. That's fair. But I really like that idea. Like, you wouldn't expect, like... It really is, like, a lot darker of a movie than it should have been. Like, a lot of these people are being sold on a lie. They all have personal deep backgrounds and a reason to win this competition. And it's just a matter of, like, well, should they even care about the competition? They still all come together and try. It's a great movie. Mario Loki has Fix-It Felix's face. I just used it too quickly. But that's also fine. Fix-It Felix was based on Mario. Like, it's totally fine for for Mario to look like a character that was based on him, you know? It's fine. Look at SM64 Mario. He was weird and different, especially like the Render 96 stuff. That's way different. First Despicable Me was wholesome? It was. No, literally, Flaffy. Mike was the best character in the movie. Oh my god. Mike was amazing. They sent a link to my SoundCloud in my music channel. Alright, bet. I'll check it out for sure. I love listening to new stuff. And plus, Vector has a Wii. Based. He didn't have an Xbox or a PS3. He had a Wii. And he was using motion controls to play a fighting game and winning. What a Chad. Besides Despicable Me and Sing, what are some other Illumination movies that you like? Secret Life of Pets is okay. It's not great. I would say that's definitely like one of their weaker films, but it's fine. And isn't like that their also like only other big series? I'm gonna be real, let me look up their list. When is the Wonderful World of Cave Story 2 mods coming out? Hopefully soon. Do you have experience in Mega Man ZX? Not specifically. I love the Zero series. I think the Zero series is the peak of the Mega Man series. They made Horton Hears a Who? That movie was banger. You can't convince me it wasn't. That movie banged. When it first dropped, I was so excited for that movie. When Horton Hears a Who came out, my entire school had a reading of Horton Hears a Who in anticipation for the movie. I think their takes on Horton Hears a Who and the Lorax are fine. Very different from like the Seuss source material, but I still think it's fine. I appreciate their attempt to tell something more original and unique to them. Yeah, this is fine. Again, I think the first time they try something, it bangs. Horton Hears a Who? Banger. Despicable Me? Banger. Sing? Banger. Secret Life of Pets? Good. Not a banger, but good. It's just whenever... The Illumination Lorax was just... No, that's fair. That's fair. The Illumination Lorax did stray way too far from the Lorax itself. But I still think it was an enjoyable movie. Even to a minimum degree. I still think it's fine. But I will double down on Horton Hears a Who. Very, very different, but I loved it. I'm doubling down. Yeah, whenever they try something new, great. Stream chat froze, by the way. Oh shoot. It's fine. We're gonna wrap up things soon, anyways. I think the Mario movie's gonna be fine. I think it's gonna be good, even. That's so cool. I wish my class did stuff like that. But, also, hi, Thursday. Didn't mean to not say hi. Have I played Zelda 2? Yes. Zelda 2 had some underrated potential that the Adventure Time series did amazingly. If you guys played the Adventure Time games on 3DS, fantastic versions of Zelda 2. They're literally just Zelda 2, but with an Adventure Time skin on them and with a bunch of new mechanics, and it's so good. I love the Adventure Time games. On 3DS, that is. They bang. Which Mega Man Z game do I like the most? 1. I hate to be basic, but 1. I don't personally think it's safe to say the Mario movie will be good. I do. I still think for too many reasons it'll be mediocre. Yeah, but I mean, so was the Sonic movie, but we could all agree that was good too. That's really rare. Why so? I just really like the, even though it is really like unpolished compared to the later games, and especially when you play the later games, it's so hard to go back to one. But I just think the story is a banger. Like, oh, you play as Zero, but you're actually not Zero. You are the Mega Man. You are the guy. This guy that you were on this hunt for. You're him. I like that trope. I'm a big fan of you were the big hero all along. I hate to say, but again, I like anime, so. I think that's gonna do it for the direct, though. I appreciate everybody who came out and watched. I do appreciate everybody staying to hang out for a little bit. I hope you guys look forward to all the future content. This VOD will immediately go up on the channel. It's not even going to be unlisted. It's going to be on the channel. If you missed the direct, the reveal of everything, you can rewatch it there. Appreciate you all coming out. I hope you guys look forward to all the content coming up, especially the trilogy. Outside of that, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for coming out. And until the next one, Nerdio is out.